Good morning, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518. Hope you all had a very happy Thanksgiving. Happy Black Friday to you today. And hope their holiday season is going well as we continue the holiday weekend here with Thanksgiving Day weekend. Welcome to Inside Pitch. Today, it's the start of the 1985 One and Gone tournament. Follows the same structure as the 77 and 64 one and gones. Today is game number one. The number 17 Oakland Athletics taking on the number 16 Chicago Cubs here at Wrigley Field. The Athletics were 77 and 85. The Cubs were 77 and 84. Really interesting how that goes, as a matter of fact, only because of a game that the Cubs did not play is the reason why the Cubs actually get this game in Wrigley Field and not at Oakland Coliseum, because the records were very similar. But that is how they were seated, and that is how we will go. Here are the rules for the one and gone, for those of you who don't know how I run the tournament. Pretty much the entire rosters are available. So there are whole rosters available from Inside Pitch. Now, if there were players that were on multiple teams, whatever the player that is on this pack will be the player for that team for the tournament. There is no fatigue, which means that any relief pitcher that is used in one game can be used immediately for the second game. The only difference is the starter. The starting pitcher for the games will not be available for the next game unless we go into major extra innings, and they are the only pitcher left to be used. So, for instance, like today's game, we got Don Sutton versus Dennis Eckersley. Neither one of these pitchers would be available for game number 2, whoever these two teams meet in the second round. At American League ballparks, the designated hitter is used. At the National League ballparks, the pitcher will bat. For the pitchers hitting for the American League, I will go ahead and to give them a little bit of a boost. The American League pitcher, who of course will have in 1985, of course, American League pitchers didn't bat. They have a certain rule. I will go through their lifetime statistics and then take a batting card one level lower than that, figuring that they didn't bat since they didn't bat. For instance, Don Sutton, he actually was a pretty decent hitter as a pitcher throughout his career. He actually his lifetime batting average is 143. I've decided to go one level lower. So he will be using my own creative pitcher hitting card number 2, which is designed for pitchers between 051 and 100 level, to give the American League pitcher a little bit of a help against the National League in the National League ballparks. And the American League ballparks, the DH rule is used. It's one game for all the marbles, hence one and gone. Whoever loses is gone. Whoever wins moves on to the next round. And that is pretty much the rules of my one and gone. Strategy dice rolls. Strategy rolls are suggested. They are not hard and fast. So I will roll for strategy to see if there's a play that's available. If the play is available, I have the choice to decide to do it or not, depending on game situation. Or, of course, I could use it. If, of course, the play does not come up, I will not be able to use it. So as much as I want to have a runner at first base steal, if the strategy dice roll does not come up, that tells me the pitcher is holding the runner on first very well. So that is the rules of the one and gone tournament. For those of you who don't know it, so I just want to go here. A Steeler fan, 1933, is first to join me here at Wrigley Field for game number 1 of this tournament. Yes, it was delicious. I had very tasty food, very tasty. My turkey was perfect. My stuffing was perfect. Vegetables were great. The pie was great. Everything was great. Loved it. Watched a couple of, decent football games yesterday, I guess. But, but now we're still in the middle of the holiday weekend, so everything is good. I hope yours was good as well there, Steeler fan. Check out his channel, of course, and of course, check out his Glory Days Boxing. He is one of the masters of GDB. It will be Don Sutton versus Dennis Eckersley. I think we got 2 Hall of Famers here to start this one and gone tournament over for 1985. And I was going to just jump ahead to 2015, but I figured, you know what? I want to continue the seasons. And since we are doing Payoff Pitch 85, I thought we'll do a one and gone 85. So why not? All right, enough with the rules. You already know how it works. Let's play some baseball. Starting pitcher for the 1985 Chicago Cubs will be Dennis Eckersley. 11 wins, 7 losses, a 3.08 ERA. He gets the call for here at game number 1. And we shall start with the top of the first inning. Leading off for the Athletics will be shortstop Alfredo Griffin. These lineups are made by me with the help of Baseball Reference, utilizing the most lineups. Another rule is lineups, starting lineups are based on at bats. So they must, what I do is I get the most at bats from that team, and then I decide where to put the players in the positions. So it's very possible that a player with multiple positions, I will do my best to put him in the best position possible for range or error and go from there. So most at bats. Rules, of course, for pinch hitters are for position players, either 7th inning or 3 at bats. The position players I cannot remove. I cannot take without pinch hit for. Pitchers, however, can be pretty much pinch hit at least after twice batting, or of course if the game is already turning out to be a blowout. So let's start. Let's see what we got here between a matchup of 2 Hall of Famers between Sutton and Eckersley. Top of the first. The tournament is underway. Eckersley will start with a 1-5, and that will be a blank. Of course, he is not tired. Alfredo Griffin takes a swing, 2-6, and he leads off the tournament with a single to center. Leadoff base hit there for Griffin. He will go to first. And that will bring up third baseman Carney Lansford. And we'll see if there's anything on the strat roll. Strat roll says a 6. Griffin 4 is a 0. But the 6 is a hit and run opportunity. Lansford doesn't strike often, so we're going to do a hit and run. Makes sense to do it here. Plus, Griffin has a very good steal rating just in case. So we'll do the hit and run. It is on. 5-3 from Eckersley. That is a strikeout chance. And that 15 is going to be way too high. So Lansford does get to swing. That is a 2-2, and he flies out to right field. That's not what you wanted. So a fly out to right, and Griffin has to go back as the hit and run runs into a fly out. Here's the first baseman, Bruce Bockley. And let's see what strategy roll says. A 20. Eckersley throws to first to try to get a pickoff. It's a 15, and it's going to be a pickoff error. Eckersley with a 15, and he throws past first base, and Griffin will wind up on second anyway. That is an error on 1. E1 on Eckersley as he throws the ball away. Griffin will go to second base. And now we will go ahead and roll another strat roll to see if anything happens with the positioning. That is an 18, nothing happening now. Infield is normal. And that is a 5-3 at Eckersley strikeout chance. That 5 will get Bhakti. Bhakti goes down on strikes. Wrigley Field adds 1 to the walk rating of batters. Next up will be right fielder Mike Davis. Griffin on at second now with 2 outs. Infield goes back to normal. Eckersley's pitch, 2-4. That is a blank. Davis will swing 5-5. He pops it up to short. And that is going to be out number 3. So all that excitement. No runs, 1 hit, and there was an error on the Cubs. So we go to the bottom of the first still with no score. As Brandon Baker joins me here at Wrigley Field as he says, baseball. I honestly didn't remember Eck being a Cub, but yep, he was on your own 11 in 1985. Yeah, he was a Cub. That famous Chicago Cub, Dennis Eckersley. Everyone seems to forget he was a Cub. Bottom of the first, starting pitcher for the 1985 Oakland Athletics will be Don Sutton. He was getting up there in years, but still had a pretty decent season, 15-10, with a 3.86 ERA. Still very capable, as both these teams are pretty evenly matched here in Game 1 between Oakland and the Cubs. Leading off for the Cubbies will be center fielder Bob Dernier. He gets the call. Sutton with the pitch, 3-2. That is a blank. Dernier takes a swing, 6-1, star line 3, and he will ground out to second. And that is the first out. Next batter up will be second baseman Ryne Sandberg, Hall of Famer, one of the best second basemen ever. And maybe, I don't know, maybe Ryne Sandberg, I don't know, was he the best second baseman never to win a championship? I mean, there's a lot of great second basemen out there, but is he the best second baseman never to win a title? I don't know. I really don't know. That's tough to call. Sutton's pitch. 2-2. That is a walk chance. That 10 will allow Sandberg to go to first as he walks Sandberg. Here is the left fielder, Gary Matthews. Anything on a strat roll? Let's see what we got here. That is a 3. Sandberg's got a good attempt. 7 minus 1 is a 6. 17 stolen base rating. Yeah, I'll send Sandberg. 17 stolen base. Mike Heath is the catcher, no armor. 1-17, Sandberg safe at second, and he makes it with no problem at all. And it may be an error. It's a 2, so let's see. Mike Heath's error rating is a 15. Does he make an error? No, he does not. Whoa. Mike Heath's error rating of 15, but a 16 is rolled, so there's no error. Great play by the second baseman of the Athletics, which is Don Hill, and Sandberg will only steal second. Let's see. Infield is still normal. We'll roll another strategy roll now. Now it's a 7 again, but this time there won't be a steal. 7, because in order to steal third for Sandberg, so that's a 7 divided by 7. Minus 1 is a 6, divided by 2 is a 3. So nothing will happen here now. So Sutton will pitch to Matthews. 6-4. That is a strikeout chance. The 15 is too high. Matthews gets to swing 1-3. Star line 2, and he flies out to center. Sandberg's base running rating is a 5. If it's a 2, Sandberg will take third base. It is a 1, and he does. Sandberg, actually, the ball was hit deep enough, and Sandberg goes to third, but that is 2 outs. And here is Keith Moreland. He is in right field for this game. Forever Remain 90 joins me from Germany here at Wrigley Field. Runner on third. Let's see what the strat roll says. That is a 1. That's really the only way Sandberg could try to steal home, but with Moreland at bat, I will not do it. So 307 average. For Moreland, he will hit away. Sutton will pitch. That is a 5-6. That is at the ballpark. Moreland takes a swing, 3-6. That's a star line 4, and that will be a ground out to short, and the inning is over. Opportunity wasted there by the Cubs with a strand a runner on third. But we got no score here at the end of 1. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Top of the second, leading off for the A's will be left fielder Dusty Baker. I put him in left. And why not? Got a decent range of a 3 and a low 7 rating for errors. Eckersley with the pitch, 6-6. That's an error on a grounder. Baker takes a swing, 4-5. That's a star line 3, and that's going to be a fly ball to right field. That will be out number 1. Next up, center fielder Dwayne Murphy. Pitch from Eckersley, 3-1. That is a double question mark. That 8 is going to be too high for either of that, so that's going to be a blank. Murphy takes a swing, 5-3, and he flies out to right for out number 2. Here's the catcher, Mike Heath. Not a bad catcher. 4 for range, 3 for pass balls. Does make the occasional error, though, but he didn't make one on that throw. 2-5 from Eckersley. That is at the ballpark. Heath will take a swing. 6-4, and it's a possible home run to the pull side. And that would make Mike Heath hitting it to left field. The ball hit to left. His home run rating against the righty is a 10. That is a 1, and that is a goner. That is a home run for Mike Heath. He hit 13 of them in 1985, and that is a goner. Mike Heath hits that one to left field, and the A's will take a 1-0 lead on a blast by Heath. And of course, the Wrigley faithful throw that ball back into the Wrigley faithful throw that ball back into the infield. Here's the second baseman, Don Hill for Oakland. Eckersley gives up that home run. Wrigley Field, over 200 home runs were hit in Wrigley in 1985. Definitely a hitter's park. Eckersley's pitch, 1-2. That's a strikeout chance to 12 too high. Hill will swing 4-1. He flies out the left. 1 run for Oakland on a home run by the catcher, Mike Heath. They have a 1-0 lead going into the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Cubbies, third baseman Ron Say, the Penguin. Wah, wah, wah. Sutton's pitch, 4-6. That's a walk chance. That 4 will definitely put Say on at first with no problem at all. And he walks the leadoff batter. Here's the first baseman, Leon Through the Legs Durham, as everyone seems to remember him. Leon Durham didn't have that bad a range. I mean, it was a 3, bad average range, pretty decent. And his error rating was only a 4 in 85. Keith White joins me here at Wrigley Field. That's an 11. Nothing happening. Almost all of them. Sutton will pitch. 4-3. That's a strikeout chance. The 4 does get Durham, and that is out number 1. Almost all of them there, Keith. Almost all of them. The only ones I'm missing, I'm now moving on the modern. I'm now ordering the modern day seasons. So I'm now getting the everything. So pretty much, I will have all the seasons. He has 44 total seasons available. I will have all of them, but probably before the year is out. Right now, I have all the way up to 2008, 2009. I do have. I just haven't gotten. No, I didn't. I just order them one every couple of days. Ron Say on it first. Let's see if there's anything going on here for strat roll. 15, nothing happening. Sutton will pitch. That is a 2-2. That's a walk chance. The 15 is going to be too high. Jody Davis, the catcher, 2-4. Starline 6. He flies out to right. And that is that will be out number 1. As Ron Say was a leadoff batter, so I'm sorry, out number 2. Durham, what am I doing here? That's a fly ball to right, and Durham. What did he do? He struck out. That was strikeout number 1 for Sutton. Here's the shortstop, Sean Dunston. Very good range. 2 outs now. Infield back to normal. Anything on a strat to be sure. Nothing. 2. Nothing happening. Don Sutton will pitch 2-5. That is a blank. Dunston swings 3-4. That's going to be a fly out to right. And that ends the inning. So nothing for the Cubs on a walk, leadoff walk, but they can't do anything with it. And at the end of 2, it is still 1-0 in favor of the Athletics. Going for all those cards. Yeah, I pretty much. I have them all in boxes. It's not the best, but, I have all those extra room. Top of the 3rd inning, Don Sutton using pitcher hitting card number 2. Now, this pitcher hitting card is specifically designed for pitchers that batted 051 to 100. Don Sutton's lifetime batting average was about 140, with an average, was pretty much 143. Since Don Sutton did not make any hit, did not come to the plate at all, of course, in 85 because of the DH rule. My rule is very simple as this. Whatever the pitcher, if he has any batting stats, okay, I will use the pitcher hitting card 1 level before it. So even though Don Sutton, with a 143 average, would use this pitcher hitting card that he here from 101 to 150, okay, I will go 1 level lower to give the American League pitcher a little bit of a help. He did hit. Now, of course, if they didn't have any stats at all, then they're going to use the worst batting card. I think that's fair. So Eckersley will pitch to Sutton. Sutton could hit him. He had a 150, a lifetime 140-something batting average. Nothing bad with that. Eckersley slings 1-6. That is a blank. And Sutton 2-1. That's a fly out to left. That's one out. The template that was used for the hitting cards came from the inside pitch PC game. One man out. Here's Griffin. Griffin got a single his last time up. Eckersley 1-2. That's a strikeout chance. That 5 is going to get Griffin. Griffin goes down for out number 2. And now Carney Lansford. Eckersley 6-1 strikeout chance, and Lansford will go down as well. That is strikeout number 3 for Eckersley. He has 3 strikeouts, and that will end the inning. A very quick 1-2-3 inning by the A's. Bottom of the third coming up. And here is the Cubs pitcher, Dennis Eckersley. He will come up to bat. He batted 125 in 1985. So he has the ability to get a few hits once in a while. Sutton's pitch, 4-2. That is a blank. Eckersley gets the swing, 5-4. He flies out to center field. One man down. Here is Bob Dernier. Sutton, 5-5. That's a possible home run check. That's a straight home run check, but Bob Dernier with a home run rating of 1 has no chance with that 15. So that is a blank. Dernier does get the swing 1-4, and he grounds out to third. 2 men down. And here is Ryan Sandberg. I mean, what do you guys think? Ryan Sandberg, I asked this earlier. What do you guys think? Best second baseman in history not to win a title? Sutton's pitch, 4-1. That's at the ballpark. Sandberg will take a swing. Wrigley Field, 4-2. That's a home run to the pull side. That's a home run to the pull side. Ryan Sandberg with rating of a 13. And he hits that one to left field. That is a 7, and that one is high. That one is deep. And Ryan Sandberg just sent one into the left field stands. That is gone. Ryan Sandberg ties this game up on a home run to the pull side, which is a home run to left. And Sandberg got good wood on that one, and we are tied at 1. Stadium cheers. Yay! Home run for Rhino, and now it will be up to Gary Matthews. Still with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. First hit given up by Sutton, too. 1-2 against the righty. That is a blank. Matthews takes a swing, 6-6. That's a fly out to center. And that will end it. But 1 run for the Cubs on a home run by Rhino. We are tied at 1 at the end of 3. Top of the 4th inning. Like to remind you, tonight on Payoff Pitch, we have the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Cleveland Indians. Payoff Pitch 85. And tomorrow on One and Gone, it will be game number 2. It will be the San Francisco Giants taking on the Chicago White Sox tomorrow. So that is game number 2 of the One and Gone. Giants at White Sox. Don't know the pitching matchup yet. I'll figure that out when I put it together. An argument can be made for Biggio, though not making it. I have to dive deeper into the numbers. Like I said, I mean, Biggio, yeah, is another one up there. Like I said, we can make an argument for it. Can make an argument. Here's Bruce Bochy. He will lead off for the A's in the top of the 4th. Eckersley's pitch, 5-4 against the lefty. That is a blank. Bochy gets the swing, 2-5. That's a leadoff double into center field. Bochy smacks one there. And he will hold at second. Here is Mike Davis. Infield will stay normal. See if anything on a strat roll. That is a 5, nothing happening. So Eckersley will pitch to Davis. 5-3 for Eckersley. Strikeout chance. 7 gets Davis. And that is strikeout number 4 for Eckersley. Had 117 of them in 85. Dusty Baker comes up now with a runner at second base. Did Jeff Kent ever win one? I guess he wasn't known for his glove. Jeff Kent, I don't think Jeff Kent's even was he even a Hall of Famer? Jeff Kent a Hall of Famer? I don't even know if he is. I mean, Ryan Sandberg's a Hall of Famer. Craig Biggio is. I don't think Jeff Kent is. Eckersley will pitch to Baker first. Let's see what the strat roll says. That is a 9, nothing. Eckersley, 1-2, strikeout chance. 18 will be too high. Baker gets to swing. 5-5. He singles into right field. That's a base hit for Baker. Bhakti has a low base running rating, though. Base running rating of 1. Add one for a single to right from second to home was a 2. The right fielder is Moreland. He subtracts 1. So Bhakti, in order to score, has to have a 1 on the blue die. It is a 4. He does not. So he will hold at third, and Baker holds at first. And the A's are in a little bit of business here. Athletics are in business. Here is Dwayne Murphy. Runners at first and third. Murphy got a pretty decent double play rating. Dennis Eckersley, though, a -1 of double plays. But Bhakti, tough for him to go with a base running rating of 1. I'm going to call the infield half and see if the Cubs can turn 2. But then again, I always can make the choice if I send Bhakti. And I will be using some random die rolls to help me out here in certain cases. Runners at the corners. Anything on strat? A 17, Murphy, base, nothing happening. Eckersley will pitch. 4-1. That is a wild pitch possibility, but the 8 will be too high, and that is ball 1. They'll do it again. 1-1, Eckersley at the ballpark. Wrigley Field, 6-3, and that will be a single to left field for Dwayne Murphy. Bhakti will come in to score easily. On a single to left, Dusty Baker, base running rating is a 1, and it becomes a -1 on a single to left. The left fielder for the Cubs is Matthews. He adds 1. Baker will not be able to make it to third base. It's there's not even going to be a die roll. So Baker holds at second. Murphy's on at first, but it is an RBI single, and the A's take the lead 2-1. The batter now will be Mike Heath. Rod Carew, Bobby Doerr. Rod Carew was not. See, well, Rod Carew, you can make it. Remember, Rod Carew is also a first baseman too. Sandberg pretty much was pretty much a full-time second baseman. He's known for second base. Rod Carew, he pretty much could play any infield position, but first base really was one of his best positions. Then he moved to second later, even played some third. Bobby Doerr, another one, great one, yes. But I mean, like I said, we can make arguments for some of those guys, yes. But Rhino, I don't know. Rhino to me, possibly maybe the best ever to not win a title. Mike Heath will bat 1 out. The infield will stay halfway here at Wrigley Field. Eckersley in a little bit of a jam here. Let's see what the strat roll says. That is a 17. Heath is not going to bunt, so he'll go ahead and hit. Eckersley, 3-1. That's a double question mark. That 7 is going to be higher than either that of the question mark, so that is a blank. Heath gets to swing, 5-3. That is a ground ball to third. Let's see where it's hit. And that is hit right at the third base, a choice of force, only a third, or try second to first double play. They'll try the double play. 3 -1 is a 2, plus 3 is here. It's hit the third base, so the second baseman is pivot, which is Sandberg is -1. So a 1-2, they turn the double play. They do not. So Baker is safe at third. Murphy with a base running rating of 3, he will be thrown out at second, and Heath will make it to first. There are 2 outs, though. So it is a fielder's choice. Next batter is Don Hill, now with 2 outs. And we'll see what they do here in 11. Nothing happening. So Eckersley trying to keep it here, a 2-1 game. Pitch from Eck, 6-2 against the switch hitter. That's going to be a star line. As Hill is hitting from the left side, that will be a fly out to right, and the inning is over. Wow, could have been a lot worse, but the Athletics get 1 run on 3 hits. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-1 Oakland. Eckersley was lucky to only give up 1 run in that inning, I think. If I'm going too fast for you guys on certain plays like hits and that kind of thing, let me know. I'll slow down a bit for you. Here's Keith Moreland leading off for the Cubbies, for the Northsiders. Moreland 0 for 1. Sutton's pitch 6-5. That's a possible error. Moreland 3-2. Fly ball center field. The ball is hit to Murphy. His error rating is a 5. That's a 17. Not a problem. Out number 1. Unlike Dave at Baseball Demos, who is awesome as he explains every role he does, and that's awesome, and he does. I kind of figure that most of you guys already know how inside pitch plays, but if you do not, please let me know, and I will slow down. I'm not as good as Dave at Baseball Demos, though, but I can definitely slow it down for you guys if there's a problem. Don Sutton, 4-3, strikeout chance. The 9 will get Say easily. And Say will go down on strike as the Penguin has to go back to the bird cage. Out number 2. And now Leon Durham. Pitch from Sutton. 4-6. That's a walk chance. The 18 too high. Durham, 3-4. Swings. Grounds it to third. And a 1-2-3 inning by Sutton. At the end of 4. Still 2-1 Athletics. I always liked Oakland. I never had an issue. I love Oakland mostly because of its colors. I love the green and gold. Never had a problem with the Oakland Athletics. It's actually another baseball team I kind of like. As much as I am a Mets fan, there are many teams I actually do like, that I actually do root for. I mean, Oakland I like. Of course, the Marlins I like since, of course, I live down here in South Florida. I do like the Red Sox. Never had an issue with Boston. I actually have a little bit of affinity for the Baltimore Orioles as well. As a Baltimore Oriole, I always like the Orioles too. So there are a lot of teams I do like. Biggio started as a catcher and played center field late in his career, but he is known as a second baseman. When you think of Carew, I think third base. Yes, exactly. Yeah, the play to third with runners always gives you a little headaches. Yep, always got to remember that. Got to roll to see what can happen. So doesn't always happen, but yeah, that's your right, Forever Maine. And yeah, I agree with you, Matt. When I think of Carew, I also think of first base. Rod Carew, geez, what a... I don't know. You know what? Sandy Koufax may be the best Jewish player in baseball history. Rod Carew is the best Jewish hitter in baseball history. I'm sorry, Hank Greenberg. I'll take Carew over Greenberg any day. Top of the 5th inning, leading off for Sutton. Sutton will bat. He uses pitcher hitting card number 2 against Dennis Eckersley. And Rod Carew was a pure hitter. Eckersley, and we will see him later as well, I believe. Eckersley 4-1, wild pitch. That is ball 1. He'll do it again. 1-2. That's a strikeout chance. The 5 definitely gets Sutton. Don't have to roll on that. All the pitcher cards have 37 ratings for strikeouts, which means they'll always strike out. Walks are a little low. No chance of home runs and that kind of thing. Pitchers will usually be very weak. Of course, if there is a hitting card for that pitcher, it will be used. 1 out, here's Griffin. By the way, that was strikeout number 5 for Eck. Griffin, Eckersley, 2-4. That's a blank. Griffin, 3-2. Starline 3. He flies out to right. 2 down. And here's Carney Lansford. Lansford's 0 for 2. 5-1 for Eckersley. That against the righty, that's a strikeout chance. That 9 is too high. Lansford gets the swing, 2-2, and he flies out to right. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Oakland. Halfway through this game, the Athletics lead it 2-1 here at Wrigley. Carney Lansford, another underrated player in baseball. I always felt Carney was a pretty decent hitter. Pretty good player, I thought, Carney Lansford. Underrated hitter. Bottom of the fifth, Jody Davis will come up. And Davis is 0 for 1 here. As fans here at Wrigley Field hoping their 85 Cubs can do the job. Sutton's pitch, 5-2. Hit by pitch. That's a 14. That ain't happening. Davis has a 0 for hit by pitch, and Sutton's a -10. So 3-3 for Davis, and he's going to get a leadoff singles. He hits it past short. Leadoff hit for Davis. And now we'll see Sean Dunston. Let's see what the strat roll says. Strat roll says a 4. The only chance for Davis would be a hit and run. There's not going to be one. Infield halfway, Sutton will pitch. 6-6. That's a range play. First range play of the game. 4-3. That's a star line 5. It's a fly ball to center field. And that is Dwayne Murphy out there in center. His range is a 4. Does he make the play? No, he does not. It's going to fall away from him. Is it a single or a double? That will be a single, so it's a single to center instead. Davis's base running rating is a 1. In order to get the third, you subtract 1, -1 on -1, so it's a 0. And Murphy has a -1 for an arm, so Davis has no chance to make third. He will stop at second. Dunston gets a base hit just out of reach of Murphy. Nobody out. The batter is Dennis Eckersley. And Eckersley is going to go ahead. His bunt rating is a 2, so he doesn't really have much of a chance to bunt here. This is only a second at bat. Pitcher has to bat. That's one rule I make. Pitchers must at bat at least twice unless they're knocked out of the game. So let's see what the strat roll says. That is a 1. Davis cannot steal because he can only go on a hit and run. Sutton's a -1, so Eckersley could try a hit and run here, but I don't think you do it with a strikeout rating of 27. So I'm going to call that off, and Eckersley will hit away. Was Lansford traded by the Angels to the A's? I think he was. I know he wasn't on the A's his whole career, but he spent most of his time in Oakland. It'll be a normal hit. Sutton will pitch. 2-3. That is a home run check. Believe it or not, we got to look at it. That is a home run with a question mark. Against the right-handed batter, Eckersley is a 1-12. That is a 12. It does pass. Eckersley has a home run rating of a 5. So if this is a 1-5, Eckersley just blasted a 3-run homer. He does! He does! Don Sutton pitches Dennis Eckersley a meatball, and he turns it into lasagna. It's gone! Dennis Eckersley only had 1 home run in 1985, and he gets it here. Home run, Dennis Eckersley, 3-run jack. The Cubs take a 4-2 lead. Are you kidding me? Home run with a question mark, a 1-12, and the 12 was good. And against a righty, Eckersley needs a 5. There's no adjustment, and he rolls a 5, and he gets it. Stadium cheers. Yay! And the pitcher, Dennis Eckersley, smacks a home run, and the Cubs take a 4-2 lead. From one of the most unlikely sources of a homer, that's Eckersley. 4-2 Cubs. And Don Sutton can't believe it. Pitched Eckersley a meatball like you probably would do, but Eckersley got nothing but bat on that one. And still nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Bob Dernier. Infield goes back to normal. So 3 straight base hits given up by Sutton after pitching pretty much a gem. Sutton will pitch 5-5. That's another home run chance. We go to Dernier, but it's a 1. That's a 17. He ain't hitting that one. Dernier will swing 1-4, and that's a ground ball. That's a ground out to third. And that is out number 1. That's wacky. Bob Dernier had only 1 home run, and his home run rating is a 1. On Eckersley's batting card, he had 1 home run. His home run rating is a 5. That's weird. But then again, of course, Dernier had more at bats. So I'm pretty sure that's what's come out with it. That is out number 1. Here is Rhino. So Eck is really Mr. October. Sandberg hit a home run his last time up. Sutton with the pitch, 5-2. Hit by pitch. That 2 is not going to get it. Sandberg will swing 5-3. He grounds out to third. 2 men down. And now Gary Matthews. Sutton, 3-1, strikeout chance. 10 will get Matthews, and that will end the inning. 3 runs on 3 hits. A home run by Dennis Eckersley. Cubs now lead it 4-2 here at the end of 5. And with a home run by the pitcher, I will definitely say this 1985 one and gone tournament is underway. And we're going to see some weird ones, I think, in this tournament. Top of the 6th, Bruce Bhakti will lead off for Oakland. Eckersley coming into pitch. And that is a 4-5. That's a possible error on a throw. Bhakti hits it 5-6. That's a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to Sandberg. Error rating is a 4. That is an 8. Not a problem. Rhino takes care of it. Tosses it over to first for out number 1. Mike Davis is up next. Davis is 0 for 2. Make a note that Eckersley can be a DH. Yeah, right? 6-1 from Eckersley. Strikeout chance. 15 is too high. Davis, 6-2. Line drive it right to second. Sandberg will spear that one for out number 2. And here is now Dwayne Murphy. That is a 4-2 for Eckersley. That is a star line, which means it's an automatic out, and it will be a ground out to second. So Sandberg makes all 3 outs, 2 ground outs and a line drive out. And a quick 1-2-3 inning by the A's. Bottom of the 6th, still 4-2 Cubbies. By the way, Dennis Eckersley was able to retrieve that home run ball from the fan that he hit it in the stands. So Eckersley gets the ball, and he gave the fan an autographed glove from Dennis Eckersley, which, believe it or not, would actually be worth something today. Really, an autographed baseball glove by Dennis Eckersley, that would be worth something. Bottom of the 6th, here's Keith Moreland, as Eckersley will treasure that home run ball. Pitch from Sutton, 3-3 against the righty. That is a blank. Moreland swings 2-6, ground out to first. And that is out number 1. Here comes the Penguin. Sutton, 3-4. That's a wild pitch, ball 1. Sutton again, 3-5. That's an error on a grounder. Say will swing 2-5. That is a ground ball to third base. The ball is hit to Lansford. His error rating is a 4. That is a 3. Lansford is going to make an error. Wow. Carney Lansford, error rating a 4, a 3. Makes an error. He boots it. Throws to first. Will not be on time. Say is at first on an E5. And that is the first error on the A's in this game. So error on the A's. Say on it first. Leon Durham comes up. Sandberg played like a very disciplined, fundamentally impeccable player. I have no problem with those words. They do definitely seem to match Sandberg's ability. We're still rolling Strat. It is a 4, say will not do anything. Infield is halfway. Pitch from Sutton. 6-5. That is a possible error again. So let's see what happens. Durham swings 4-1. That is a line drive hit. That's a line drive hit right to first. That's a line out to first. And the ball, and that is to Bruce Bhakti. Error rating is a 7. That is an 8. There's not going to be an error. Now, do they get Say off? It's a line out of first. And a 1 to 4, Say is picked off. And he is. So it's a line drive, hit right to Bhakti. He's got it. And he tags the bag before Say can get back. That is a double play. Your very commonplace L3 double play. And the inning is over. As Ron Say is doubled off. Nice play there by Bhakti. No runs, no hits, 1 error at the end of 6. Cubs still lead it 4-2. Top of the 7th. Eckersley is due to bat third in the 7th inning, and even in the bottom of 7th, and even though he hit the home run, they're going to see if Eckersley can get through this inning. He's not tired yet. He's got a few batters before he does. Dusty Baker leads off for Oakland. Eckersley's pitch, 5-4 against the righty. That is a strikeout plus 10, and that 16 will get Baker. As a 7 becomes a 17, and that is a 16, and that is a steer right out. And that's strikeout number 6 for Eck. Here's Mike Heath. Pitch from Eck. 3-2. That's a strikeout chance. The 9 against the righty will be too high. Heath will swing. That is a 4-4, and he grounds out to short. Heath with a home run in this game, but not on that hit. Don Hill will come up next. Eckersley's pitch, 2-2. That's a home run check. Home run with a question mark against the switch hitter, which would be a lefty, a 1-19. That is a 4. It does pass. Don Hill against a righty has a rating of 4. So if this is a 1-4, Hill will go ahead and hit a homer. It is a 6. Just missed it, so now it becomes a blank. He does get the hit. 6-4, and he starline 6s it, and he flies out to center, and that is the inning. Nothing for Oakland. Still 4-2 Oakland Cubs as we go to the bottom half of inning number 7. Don Sutton due to bat first in the 8th. This will be his last inning, I'm pretty sure. And Jody Davis leads off for the Cubs in the bottom of the 7th. Sutton is not tired yet. His pitch, 1-3 against a righty. That is a blank. Davis takes a swing, 3-4. That is a single past third base. It's a base hit. Davis gets another hit. He is now 2 for 3. It is raining hard here. Well, it's kind of overcast outside me here at in South Florida where I live in, but not no rain yet. Davis on at first with a base hit. Infield goes halfway. Here is Sean Dunston. Does Strat have anything? An 8? No. Sutton's pitch. That is a 3-2. It's a blank. Dunston takes a swing. 3-1 against a righty. That's going to be a single past second base. It's a base hit. Davis's base running rating is a 1. There is no way he can make third base, so he will hold it second. And now the batter is Dennis Eckersley. Even though Dennis Eckersley hit the home run, he will come out of the game. Even though he hit the homer, all right, with a batting average of 125, you still can't have him play. So Eckersley will be done. They will go to the bench. Let's see what we got here. Sutton's a righty, so they'll probably bring in a lefty. Let's see who they're going to bring in here. Usually go by most at bats. And it will be Larry Boa. Pinch hitting for the Cubs, Larry Boa had 214 at bats against overall, and he's a switch hitter, so he will go up against Don Sutton. Anything on a strat roll? Let's see what we got. That is an 18. Button Boa opportunity to bunt. No, because if I was going to bunt, I would have had Eckersley stay out there. So no, I'll call off the bunt. Runners at first and second, and Boa will hit. Sutton's pitch, 3-3 against the switch hitter. That is a strikeout chance. That 12 is too high. Boa gets the swing, 5-5, and he flies out to left field. And a fly out to left, Davis will not be able to advance, so he stays at second base. 1 out. Bob Dernier will now come up to bat. Strat roll says a 20. Sutton tries to pick off Davis at second base. No, he gets back. 1 out. Sutton's pitch. 1-2 against the righty. That is a blank. Dernier, 1-6. A ball hit to center field against the righty. That's a 16, and that is just going to be a fly out to center. Jody Davis's base running rating is a 1. You subtract 3 from the base running rating, and he's not going to move over to second, so he'll stay put. 2 outs. And the batter now is Ryan Sandberg. And Sutton is now tired, but they're going to see if he can go finish the inning out because he is due to bat first. Anything on a strat roll, still roll a strat. That's a 9, nothing. Sutton will pitch. 1-5, strikeout chance, 13 too high. Sandberg gets the swing, 5-2, and he hits a fly ball to center field. That'll get taken care of by Murphy. No runs, 2 hits, though, for the Cubs. Inning is over at the end of 7, 4-2 Chicago. Top of the 8th. The winner of this game will I can already tell you the winner of this game takes on the number 1 seed, and that will be the St. Louis Cardinals. They are the number 1 seed in this 85 one and gone. Of course, that won't be until game number 11, so we got a ways to go before that happens. Sutton is going to come out of the game, and the Cubs will bring in a new pitcher. So let's see who the Cubs want to bring in here. Let's see. This is what, the 8th inning? So let's go by relief appearances. Let's see who I want to bring in. Cub bullpen. Ugh. Cub bullpen is not that great. I got a couple of switch hitters up, too. Cubs have got a couple with a 2-run lead. They're going to try to see if he can get him to do it. Here comes Lee Smith. Lee Smith is going to come in for the Cubs, try to get 6 outs. Hall of Famer Lee Smith, 7-4 wins, 7-4, 33 saves, a 3.04 ERA. Lee Smith is going to try to get in the Cubs to get as many outs as possible. And hopefully he can go the rest of the way. So let's see what Lee Smith can do. So I'm going to bring in the closer, and we'll have a pinch hitter coming in for the Athletics. And let's see who they're going to bring in. And they're going to bring in Tony Phillips. Switch hitter Tony Phillips will bat for Oakland here in the top of the 8th inning, in place of Eckersley, as he is in place of Sutton, as he is now done. Can you show your card holder after the game? Sure. Lee Smith will pitch to Phillips. 6-4 from Smith against the switch hitter. That is a blank. Phillips swings 5-5 against the righty. That's a ground ball to first. Out number 1. Here's Alfredo Griffin. Smith's pitch, 3-6. That's a strikeout plus 10. Griffin against the righty. That 15 will get him. Strikeout plus. Griffin becomes an 18. That's a 15. Griffin goes down. 2 outs. Carney Lansford will now come up for Oakland. Smith, 3-6. Again, strikeout plus. The 3 will get Lansford. As down goes, as Lee Smith strikes out 2 of the 3 batters. Smith does what he's asked, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Oakland. Still 4-2 Cubs. As we now go to the bottom of the 8th. Gary Matthews will lead off for the Cubbies. They got 3 straight right-handers, so Oakland will now go to the pen. Let's see who they want to bring in. And I think we will go with Cubs will bring in their best reliever, and it will be Jay Howell. 9-8, 29 saves, 2.85 ERA at 63 relief appearances. Jay Howell will now pitch for Oakland as he go up against 3 straight right-handers. Gary Matthews leads off. His job, Howell simple, keep the score 4-2. DJ John 4444 from the left coast says hello. Am I taking advantage of any Black Friday sales? Not really. There's nothing I want. Jay Howell will pitch to Matthews. 5-1, strikeout chance, 11, does get Matthews out number 1. And Gary Matthews is 0 for 4 in this game. Here's Keith Moreland. Howell's pitch, 6-3, strikeout chance, 20, too high. Moreland gets the swing, 2-1, that's a line drive, hit right to short. Griffin puts up his glove and it goes right into it, out number 2. And now the Penguin, Ron Say. Howell, 6-3. That's a strikeout chance. The 19 is too high. Say gets the swing, 2-4. Single into left field, base hit. Say gets his first hit of the game. And it's the 3rd time he's reached base. He reached base on a single, an error, and a walk. And now a chance for Leon Durham to see if he can get a big insurance run here for the Cubs. Let's see, am I rolling strat? Yes, I am, actually. That is an 18. Durham is no bunt, so 2 outs. We'll see if Howell can keep it where it's at for the A's. 2-4, Howell's card, that is a question mark. And against the lefty, a 1-16 would be a single. That is a 17. Howell avoids the single, so it's a blank. But Durham gets the swing, 4-6, and he pops out to short. 1 hit for the Cubs, and that's all they get. 4-2. Will we see some 9th inning magic? As we go to the top of the 9th inning, Lee Smith is going to try to get 6 outs. He's already gotten 3. Bruce Bhakti leads off for Oakland. He will bat. Top of the 9th. Who will win this first game of our new 1985 one and gone? Smith with the pitch. 3-4, strikeout chance. The 18 is too high. Bhakti gets the swing, 3-3, and it's going to be a fly ball to left field. Would have been a double to left if Smith was a left-handed pitcher. But Bhakti, out number 1, just flies out. Here is Mike Davis. Smith with the pitch, 5-2. Possible error on a throw. Davis swings, 6-2. Line drive it right to second base, and there will be no error as Sandberg easily makes the play. That's out number 2, as there is no throw. And that's the 2nd time Mike Davis lined out to Sandberg. So 2 men out. Last chance for the A's is Dwayne Murphy. Fans here at Wrigley on their feet, hoping the Cubs setting a date with their arch. If a win here, they set a date with their arch rivals, the St. Louis Cardinals, who are the #1 seed in this tournament. Smith, 4-3. That is against the lefty. That is a blank. Murphy swings, 2-4. Fly ball right to the left field. Coming under it is Gary Matthews. He pops his glove, pops it twice, puts out his glove, block, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. Chicago Cubs take out the Oakland Athletics 4-2, and the Athletics are one and gone. One, two, three inning. I will give you a final line score in a moment. For the Chicago Cubs, 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. For the Oakland Athletics, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Dennis Eckersley. Sutton takes the loss. Lee Smith does get the save. The player of the game is definitely Dennis Eckersley. Pitched a beautiful game, only gave up 2 runs, but hit a 3-run jack. Unbelievable that Dennis Eckersley, a 3-run jack, is the difference in this game and allows the Cubs to win this game 4-2. And Forever Maine wanted me to show my card holder, which I'll do here in a moment. I use card holders for the backups. I just put my cards here for backups. You know, put the rest so I can easily reach the teams. And here is the card holder that are used for the games. As you can see here, all the cards are in order. The card that I put down here tells me that's the next batter. Don't even have to write the ratings on my score in my notebook. Don't even have to, because I can see them all. All right, but I usually still do anyway. So that's my card holder there that you wanted to see. And the card holder came with this game. So that will do it here for some action in the 1985 one and gone. Tomorrow's game will be the San Francisco Giants taking on the Chicago White Sox at Comiskey Park. That is game number 2. That should be a lot of fun to play, I think, at the American League Park. So join us for that game. I don't know the starting pitchers. You'll find that out tomorrow as well. In the meantime, thank you all for joining me. Forever Maine 90, Keith White, DJ John 4444, Steeler Fan 1933, Brandon Baker, thank you all for joining me. Payoff pitch tonight, Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Cleveland Indians. 1985 season replay continues. And I'll see you guys a little bit later. And, of course, enjoy the rest of your Black Friday. Cubs defeat the Athletics 4-2. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. See you guys later.